In 6th standard as well as in 8th standard, you have taken information about parallel lines. This year also we are going to take little more information about parallel lines. So as a revision, we will go back first, we will take previous knowledge and then we will go deep in 9th standard. So look here. Suppose there are parallel lines means what? Parallel line means those lines do not intersect each other. Those lines do not intersect each other means they always travels by keeping the same distance. Therefore, now here I am going to draw here two parallel lines. Parallel line means lines which do not intersect each other. Distance between them are lines which do not intersect to each other are called parallel lines. What is the symbol of parallel lines? Simply two straight lines. This is the symbol of parallel lines. Two lines when we draw like this, this is the symbol of parallel lines. Now line L parallel line M. Here line L and line M are parallel because they do not intersect. Now there is one another line which intersects to the parallel line. Suppose L, M, N. Then this line N is called transversal. What is the definition of transversal? The line which intersects the parallel lines is called transversal. So here line N is called a transversal. Now here from 6th standard or the knowledge which you have taken in 8th standard that I am going to revise here, already I have told you. So before looking or before taking revision, once again I am going to remind you that you should not forget to subscribe the channel. You should tell to your all friends. You should try to send the messages about Ashoka's English Academy channel and let them take the benefit of our all videos. So look here now, I am going to tell you about corresponding angles. This is most important thing. Corresponding angles are congruent to each other. Corresponding angles, alternate angles, vertically opposite angles, all are congruent. But here I have not written about interior angles. Interior angles are supplementary angles. Interior angles are supplementary angles. Okay, if you don't have problem, now we are going to study about which are corresponding angles, alternate angles, vertically opposite angles, and with simple examples I want to take more and more practice about this. If you understand this, then this lesson will be quite simple. First, I am not going to take any theorem related to this lesson. First, I want to stress practically and then we will come back on the exact theory or theorem. So here when two lines are parallel, this line L and line M, L parallel line M, N is transversal. Okay. Then here how many angles are formed? A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. These are the totally 8 angles. 8 angles are formed. We will see to whom should we say which are the corresponding angles. Now I am going to write here pair of corresponding angles. Pairs of corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Which are the corresponding angles? Here A and E. Angle A, congruent angle E. A and E. To the same side of the transversal above the angle above the liner. Angle above the liner. Then angle C and angle G. Angle C and angle G are congruent. Okay, we will write here pairs because I know they are pairs. Now then, to similar way to the right hand side, B and F. Angle B and angle F. B and F. Angle D and H. Angle D and H. Then these pairs of corresponding angles are congruent. Once again check. This is transversal. To the same side of transversal, to the left hand side of transversal, just above the line, angle A and angle E are congruent. Below the line, angle C and angle G. So similar way, here angle B and angle F, and here angle D and angle H are congruent, means these are called corresponding angles. If you understand, then here we will write that angle A congruent angle E, angle C congruent angle G, here angle B congruent angle F, and angle D congruent angle H. Means corresponding angles are congruent. Now we are going to study about which are the pairs of alternate angles are congruent. Pairs of alternate angles. That alternate angles are also congruent to each other. I will write here alternate angles. Alternate angles are congruent. Therefore, here which are the alternate angles? Angle C and F. Angle C and F. Angle C congruent angle F. Similar way, angle D and E. Angle E congruent angle D. These are alternate angles. Now we have to check which are interior angles. Interior angles. Interior angles are supplementary angles. Supplementary angles. Now I will write here angle C and E. Just below to the transversal, left side of transversal, below the line and above the line. Angle C plus angle E is equal to 180 degree. Supplementary. However, to the left hand side, similar way to the right hand side, angle D and angle F is equal to 180 degree. Understand? These are angles, interior angles. Sum of interior angles is always 180 degree. Now we have to find which are the vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. A and D. Then B and C. Angle B and C. Vertically opposite angles are also congruent. Angle E and H. Angle E and H. Angle F and G. These are vertically opposite angles. So from this we are going to study how to find if one of the angle is given, then we should have to find the remaining all angles. That is most important thing. If you understand this, then you can solve all questions easily. And that's why once again I am going to tell you that if you have not subscribed the channel, you should subscribe this channel and write your comments, share your likes. Here taking one example, suppose there are two lines. Here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Line L, M and N. Line L, parallel line, M. Line N is transversal. Line N is transversal. If measure of angle F is equal to given 70 degree, if measure of angle F is equal to 70 degree, find measures of all angles. Find measures of all angles. Okay, we will find it. It is very simple. Here just I will write line L, parallel line M, line N is transversal. This is part of solution, so that's why I wrote here it is a question. Here it is a sample question, and now this is the part of answer. Now then, to the right hand side of the parallel lines, which are the corresponding angles B and F? Angle B is equal to angle F. You may write here measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle F. Why? Corresponding angles. So what is measure of angle B? It will come 70 degree because F is given 70. Now come here. Measure of angle F. We will take alternate angles. Measure of angle C and F are. Measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle F. Which angles are these? These are alternate angles. So I am going to write here alternate angles. So measure of angle C is equal to also 70 degree. Understand? Have any problem? If you don't have problem, then angle G and F. Measure of angle G is equal to measure of angle F. F and G are vertically opposite angles. So here I will write vertically opposite angles. Therefore, measure of angle G is equal to 70 degree. G got 70. Now you have to find remaining rest of the angles. So it's a simple. If you understand, then we will go to find remaining angles. Means from one angle what has happened, check. This F's corresponding angle B 70 degree, B's opposite angle C 70 degree, C's corresponding angle G 70 degree. Now we have to find A, E, this is H and this is D. So A plus B, measure of angle A plus measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle A. These are angles in linear pair. Many times you are getting confusion. To whom should we say angles in linear pair? So I will tell you that linear pair, angles in linear pair, there is one single line in which there is one common side or common arm. One line, this part is different, this part is different, but this part is common in two angles. So A and B means the angles in which one side is common and non-common sides are exactly opposite to each other. That is called angles in linear pair. And measure of angles in linear pair is 180 degree. Sum of angles in linear pair. Okay. Then measure of angle A, don't know. Plus this is 70 degree is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, measure of angle A is equal to 180. It goes to right hand side. When any positive number from left goes to right hand side, it becomes negative, correct. So what will happen? This is minus 70 degree. Therefore, measure of angle A is equal to 110 degree. Measure of angle A is equal to 110 degree. If you got now this 110, means E will come 110. Therefore, measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle E is equal to 110 degree. Why? Corresponding angles. C angles means corresponding angles. Therefore, what happened? Measure of angle A is equal to 110 degree. Now, E and D are alternate angles. Therefore, measure of angle D is equal to measure of angle E is equal to 110 degree. The reason alternate angles. Therefore, measure of angle D is equal to 110 degree. Now D got, therefore then D and H or E and H are vertically opposite. So I am taking angle H is equal to angle D. Corresponding angles, these are corresponding angles. Writing here corresponding angles. Therefore angle H is equal to 110 now. Means this is 110. E is equal to 110, D is equal to 110. By this way, we can calculate if you know measure of any one angle. So, if you understand this, then exercise is quite simple. We will enter into exercise 2.1. Before seeing 2.1, just you may pause, you may come back, you revise this. You may see video again and again, and after understanding, we will again enter into the 2.1. Geometry is very simple than algebra. That is my experience. And if you do the practice every day, surely I will tell you that geometry is easy than that of the algebra. So now we will enter in practice set 2.1. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you should subscribe Ashoka's English Medium Academy YouTube channel and proceed to solve the exercise. Practice set. First question. Here I will draw diagram. So simple. However, just I have taught by same way you should have to solve here MG, here it is K, here it is S, P, this is D, this is R, here it is H, and one of the angle is 85 B1, and you have to find angle RHD. You should have to find RHD, PHG, HGS and MGK. You have to calculate this all. Now here one of the angle is 85 given. I will write here solution. Line RP parallel line MS. Line DG is transversal. Line DG is transversal. So then here many students will get problem that how to write with 3 letters. So then instead of it, for your better understanding, you should take here small a, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Now it will become easy or not? Yes, why not? Here A plus B, angle A plus angle B, measure of angle A plus measure of angle B is equal to 180 degree. Why? Angles in linear pair. Okay. Therefore then here A, don't know, plus 85 given is equal to 180 degree. Therefore A is equal to 180 minus 85 How much should come? 5 and 5, 10. 9 and 9, 18. 95 degree will come. Now this is 95 watt. Now A's corresponding angle E. Measure of angle E is equal to measure of angle A. Right reason, corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Therefore, measure of angle E is equal to 95 degree. Okay, this is 95 watt. Now we will find next. We will find next. Angle C and B. Measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle B is equal to 85. What is the reason? Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Therefore, measure of angle C is equal to 85 degree. C is equal to 85 degree. Then C and F are measure of angle F is equal to measure of angle C. These are alternate angles. Therefore, is equal to 85 degree. Alternate angles. Therefore, measure of angle F is equal to 85 degree. Now C 85, F 85, this is 95. Now you want to find G and H, then F and G, measure of angle G is equal to measure of angle F is equal to 85. Therefore, measure of angle G is equal to 85. What is reason? Vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now what is remembered? Which angle is remembered? Check. Now here D is H and this H. Okay. Capital H and small h. Now angle D and E. Measure of angle D is equal to measure of angle A is equal to 95 degree. Here is an vertically opposite angles. Therefore, measure of angle D is equal to 95 degree. Measure of angle D is equal to 95. And D is opposite, or E and G take. Means here is H. So measure of angle H is equal to measure of angle H is equal to measure of angle E. Same reason, vertically opposite angles. Therefore, measure of angle H is equal to 95 degree. Now here is a problem that your sir can reduce the mark, but sir will not reduce the marks because he has no right. Anyhow, board expects correct answer. So methods are different. But then also, now if you don't want like this, then what should we do? Then we will check. Here H is there, here H. H means this angle is there. Okay? Then from this angle you should come here. Yes, G, K. Yes, G, K. Yes, H means what? That is measure of angle S, G, K is equal to 95 degree. Now here you are in need of MGK. MGK means G. Measure of angle G is equal to here how much? Measure of angle G is equal to 85 degree. That is MGK is equal to 85 degree. Do you understand? So this is simple. Now here B, we consider it is B. B means what? D, H, P. A means which? R, H, D. E means which? M, G, H. By this way, you can solve, or if you like my method, you can apply that, no problem at all, because it is very simple one. My work is that instead of making complications, we should always find easy path, and that's why guru or teacher or sir is required to make it easy, not to create the problems. So once again I am going to remind you that if you are not subscribed, you should subscribe the channel and take benefits of videos of all subjects. Now question number 2. Here, now I am going to erase this because I am in need of more space. So question number 2. Look in question number 2, what is given? There is one nice diagram. A, here it is 110. Now here it is C, here 115. This is B, this is D, and 115 is given. You should find A, C, B, and D. Find. Okay. Here naming is not given only. No matter. So what is given, that much only we will take. Here line P parallel line Q. Line P, I have not mentioned there. This is line P and this is line Q. P and Q, line P parallel line Q, L and M are transversals. L is transversal, M is transversal. L and M are transversals. So then here, if line P and Q are line P and Q are parallel and this line L is transversal, then we will see here, first we will take this, because here I will take one letter A, B, C, D. Here not given E, I will take E. Here I can take F. Here I can take G, H, I. Here we can take any, no problem. Then now see, here I am going to think about this much only. Measure of angle A plus measure of angle E is equal to 180 degree. Angles in linear pair. Angles in linear pair. Linear pair. So then A, don't know, but you know E 110 is equal to 180. Measure of angle A is equal to 180 minus 110. Therefore, measure of angle A is equal to 70 degree. A 70 got. Now here E, F, G, H, I will take here I will take the letter I because you want to find B. So then here angle I is equal to angle A. Angle I is equal to angle A. And then this angle I and A, what is the relation? These are corresponding angles. So mention here corresponding angles. And that's why angle I is equal to 70 degree will come. Then I and B are vertically opposite angles. Dear friends, I and B are vertically opposite angles. And that's why you should take measure of angle B. Measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle I. Its reason is vertically opposite angles. And that's why angle B is equal to will come 70 degree. Understand? How is that? A plus C, angles in linear pair. If one angle is 110, required angle is 70 degree. A and I are corresponding angles. This is 70, that's why this will come 70 degree. And I is opposite angle B, that B comes 70 degree. So similar way, here we can solve about next. Now line M is transversal, and rest of the we will solve by same method, no change at all. You can also solve yourself, but I am going to help you how to solve it. So here already, now I is taken here, we will take here L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, we will take here R, and again R, F are coming, and we can find the remaining what you want. C wanted, B and D got. Have you got D? Yes, you have not got this here. So we will find here this first. Measure of angle R and D, measure of angle R plus measure of angle D is equal to 180 degree. Measure of angle, look here, these two are parallel lines, this is transversal. R plus D are angles in linear pair. You should write here angles in linear pair. So what happened? Measure of angle R is given 115 degree plus measure of angle D is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, measure of angle D is equal to 180 minus 115. Thus, what will be the answer? Yes, anybody can tell me. Don't forget to write the therefore sign. So 180 means here 5 and how many 10? 5 10. Here 2 carry on. 2 and how much? 6. 1 minus 1 0. 65 degree will come. Measure of angle D is equal to 65 degree came, and now you want C. Now you want C. So it is quite simple. C and R, angle C and angle R are corresponding angles. If you rotate this diagram, this similar way if rotated, then this angle and these angles are which angles? These are corresponding angles. Therefore, measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle R is equal to 115 degree. Hence, measure of angle C is equal to 115 degree. That is the answer. Any remember? Have we calculated angle A? Yes. C calculated, B calculated, D calculated. So all angles are completed. You may check yourself this answer whether it is correct or not. If wrong, you may contact me. Just I will explain it. Now we are going to study question number 3. Yes, draw same way, and here one of the angle is given. Similar way we have to take number different letters to find the answer. Question number 3. I will draw this diagram to my side now. Whether you are looking or not, please, that's why I am always telling to you that you should write your comments. Your comments will help me to improve my education quality. My videos can improve. Here A is given, here B given, here C given, rest other nothing give. So we will take that A, B, otherwise it will be necessary or not necessary, that we will check it first. Here L and here it is M, means L parallel M given, L parallel M given, N parallel P also given, N and this is P, N parallel P is also given. Okay, we will find now. Here you want to find A, B, C. You want to find here A, B and C. Look, here line L and line M are parallel. Line L and line M are parallel and P is transversal. Now I will cancel this because here only I am starting solution. Now here, this is 45 degree and here is A given. Then we will take here A, B, here C given. Here I will take D. I will take here D. One letter sufficient to us. D, E. Here I am taking E. 45 degree means E. Then what will happen? Line P is transversal. Line P is transversal. You are allowed to take such letters. Now angle, measure of angle D, measure of angle D and measure of angle E are vertically opposite angles. Measure of angle E is equal to 45 degree. You should mention vertically opposite angles. V oppo angles means vertically opposite angles. Therefore, what will come? Measure of angle D is equal to 45 degree. Now D45 you got. Then here these D and A are interior angles. Angle A plus measure of angle A. Even you can write directly only D, but I am writing systematically, and therefore I have written that measure of angle A plus D is equal to 180 degree. Why? Interior angles. Sum of interior angles. Sum of interior angles. Then what is D? Yes, D is equal to 45 degree is equal to 180 degree. Thus, measure of angle A is equal to 180 minus 45. Therefore, measure of angle A is equal to 180 minus 45 means 5 and 5 10, 5 and 3 8, 1 remaining, 135 degree will come. Then A and B are vertically opposite angles. Measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle A. V oppo angles, vertically opposite angles. Therefore, measure of angle B is equal to 135 degree. Measure of angle B is equal to 135 degree. Okay. Now here we will see that N and P are transversal. N and P are parallel. And M is transversal. M is transversal. So what will happen? Just you rotate this diagram. Diagram is like this. If you hold here, it is like this. If you take like this, what will happen? Angle below the line. These are corresponding angles. Therefore, measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle B is equal to 135 degree. Here write corresponding angles, and therefore measure of angle C is equal to 135 degree. So it will come 135 degree. This is 135 degree. Here this is 45 degree, and hence this is 135 degree. Means what is the answer? That you may check it whether these answers are correct or not. All answers of 2.1 question number 3rd 135. Yes, you can check. You can tell me. I am going to erase it. 2.1 third answer 135 degree. Okay, it's correct. There is one should not get doubt. But then also to confirm it, I saw their back. Now we are entering into the question number 4. That is also quite simple. Please see it. Question number 4. Question number 4. What is question number 4? There is simple diagram mentioned here. There is one angle X, Y, this is Z, and there is another one diagram given. This diagram P, Q, and this is R. So you should extend this XY extend. You should extend XY here, XY, Z. Then here it is M tech, here it is N tech. Now whatever is given, that we will write here first. I have changed a little bit. It should look parallel, so I am making a small change, keeping same letters, but only names are changed. Okay. This is X. Here it is capital Y, and dot. Note PQR means here PQ in angle PQR and angle XYZ, ray QP, or side we will say side PQ parallel side XY. It is becoming complicated. Let it be. I will write in short so that you will not get confusion who are parallel, that is important. So here QP, ray QP parallel ray YX. Understand? Ray YZ parallel ray QR. Parallel ray QR. YZ. First here I wrote angle PQR, so I have to write QR. Therefore, I have erased QR parallel YZ. Then what do you want to prove here? First theorem comes here. You should prove here how angle PQR congruent angle XYZ. Congruent angle XYZ. So simple, very simple. Here I am going to write that already I have extended. Here writing construction, extend ray YX which intercepts ray QR at N. So ray XY becomes XM. No need actually to write this. Most important thing is here at N, till N. Now we will find how is this possible that angle PQR and angle XYZ are congruent to each other. So I will write here. I don't have your place. I will erase this and I am going to prove this all. Okay. Now proof. Here writing proof. To prove this, PQ parallel XY, ray PQ or ray QP. As you like, you may take say QP also because arms are mentioned. Yes, am I right? Sides told. If sides are told, then we don't have any problem. So side PQ also you can say, but I am not saying now here. QP parallel line XM construction. What is the reason? Construction. Therefore, here angle PQN line or ray QR is transversal. Please check QP and XM are parallel. QR is transversal. Therefore, angle PQN congruent angle YNR. Why? Because this angle is below this line, one side of the transversal. Similar way, angle N is also below the transversal, and therefore here corresponding angles. Number 1. I am saying number 1. Now QR, side QR parallel side YZ. What will you write here? It is given. And who is XN is XN. Line XN is transversal. So what will happen? angle XYZ, angle XYZ, angle XYZ, congruent angle YNR, YNR. What is reason? Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. This is equation number 2. From 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, what will you get? Angle PQN, angle PQN, congruent angle XYZ, XYZ. That is, instead of N, we should have to write R. So angle PQR, congruent angle XYZ. Thus, it is proved. Now, there is one question remaining. We will enter into the last question. Already, we have solved such questions, but again, as it is how to solve according to 9th standard, by simple way or by textbook way also, we can solve it. So, please draw the diagram of question number 5. Draw diagram of question number 5. I will wait for you, and then we will enter into the last question. If you have not subscribed to your all friends, write your comments, share your likes. That is request again and again. This channel should be reached all over the Maharashtra. That is the motto behind keeping this channel at public level. So question number 5. Question number 5. I am going to draw here diagram. Here A, this is R, this is P, here it is stored 105, here it is B, then C, T, D and Q. Now you want ART, you want ART. Just we will write here that which lines are parallel, line AR, line AB, line AB parallel line CD, parallel line CD. Line PT is transversal, PT is transversal. Then what will happen? Measure of angle ART, measure of angle ART plus measure of angle BRT, BRT is equal to 180 degree. Should write reason angles in linear pair. Angles in linear pair. Yes. So what will happen? The measure of angle ART you don't know, plus 105 is equal to 180. Therefore, measure of angle ART is equal to 180 minus 105. Do subtraction and find the answer. What is subtraction? Please do. Here 5 and 5, 10. 75 will come. Measure of angle ART is equal to 75. If degree is not written, we should have mentioned degree. Now, what do you want? Please find C next. Your required answer is CTQ. Where is CTQ? Angle ART and angle CTQ. These are the angles of same side of the transversal and below the parallel lines. So, measure of angle CTQ is equal to measure of angle ART is equal to 75 degree. The reason is corresponding angles. Yes. Therefore, measure of angle CTQ is equal to 75 degree. Understand? Now next one, what is asked? DTQ is asked. DTQ. Same way BRT. Similarly, we can write here similarly, and answer will become very fast. Measure of angle DTQ, measure of angle DTQ is equal to measure of angle BRT. What is reason? Corresponding angles. Therefore, measure of angle DTQ is equal to 105 degree. Now, last question is there PRB wanted. PRB. Have you got ART? How much came ART? ART is 75. So, you can write measure of angle PRB is equal to measure of angle ART. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Therefore, measure of angle PRB is equal to, answer is 75 degree. So, my dear students, here this exercise 2.1 is completed. If you have a problem, you should ask me. And before starting this lesson, just I have told you that we have to see first examples. We have to take knowledge about the alternate angle, corresponding angles, vertically opposite angles, and then those questions, those theorems can be asked in exam. That should be taught by teacher and you should have to learn it. And therefore, I am going to take two theorems which are necessary. These are very simple, so I am taking. Now look here, first theorem is here given, corresponding angle theorem. Corresponding angles theorem. Only statement will be provided to you, and from that statement you should have to prove that how corresponding angles are congruent to each other or how they are equal to each other. So I am going to write here first theorem. The corresponding angles formed by transversal of two parallel lines are of equal measures. This statement will be provided to you in exam and you have to find the theorem. You should have to prove the theorem. So I am going to draw here diagram. Look here how it becomes easy. Here L and M and this is N. The corresponding angles formed by transversal of two parallel lines means what is given that you have to decide. Of two parallel lines means line L parallel line M. And who is transversal? Line N is transversal. Line N is transversal. Then what do you want to prove here? You should have to prove pair of corresponding angles. We should have to take here A, here C, and I think here it is B taken. Okay. A, C, B taken. Then prove A is equal to B. A is equal to B, or angle A is equal to angle B. How will you prove? We will see it. Now two lines are parallel. I am writing here proof. Line L parallel line M. Line N is transversal. Line N is transversal. L parallel M. N is transversal means now here these two angles A plus C, or before of it C plus B, angle C plus angle B, measure of angle C plus measure of angle B is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason? Property of interior angles. This is number one. What I took? measure of angle C plus measure of angle B, these are interior angles. So according to property of interior angles, angle C plus B is equal to 180 degree. And here where in the beginning I was making this half circle, means these are angles in linear pair. We will write here measure of angle A plus measure of angle C is equal to 180 degree. Angles in linear pair. Angles in linear pair. Therefore, from 1 and 2, these right hand sides are equal, therefore left hand sides are equal. So I will write here measure of angle C plus measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle A plus measure of angle C. Equal terms C are cancelled. What is there? Angle measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle A. That is measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle B. Thus, the corresponding angles A and B are formed by two parallel lines and transversal are always equal in measure. This is the theorem number 1. Similar way, there is one more theorem which can come in exam that I am going to take here now. Alternate angles. Board is becoming so wide. We have studied today more. I think the limit comes to over. Already one period is going to complete, and I have to also stop here. At last, we should have to always go through timetable, and hence, after taking this one, last one, alternate angle theorem. What is theorem? Look, the alternate angles formed by a transversal of two parallel lines are of equal measures. So similar way, however, just we have drawn diagram. Same way we should have to draw here also diagram. Same thing, no problem. L, M, and this is M. And naming is also here D, here it is C, and here it is B. D, C, B. Okay? Alternate angles. So read here. This is theorem. We should write here given. What is given that we will see. L parallel M. N is transversal. Now you have to prove alternate angles are equal. Angle D is equal to angle B. D and B are alternate angles. These two angles are equal. So proof. You can also solve it easily. Here angle D plus C, measure of angle D plus measure of angle C is equal to 180 degree. Angles in linear pair. What is the reason? Angles in linear pair. This is number 1. Now L and M are parallel. You should mention L parallel M. N is transversal. Therefore, measure of angle C plus measure of angle B is equal to 180 degree. Property of interior angles. This is number 2. So what will happen from 1 and 2? Again same way, from 1 and 2, right hand sides are equal, therefore left hand sides take equal. Measure of angle D plus measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle C plus measure of angle B. Then equal terms are cancelled and you will get answer measure of angle D is equal to measure of angle B, that is what alternate angles formed by two parallel lines are always congruent. So by this way, these two theorems I have to be taken, and besides that 2.1 exercise is completed. There is one more theory, interior angle theorem, that you may write, and before of it there is activity is given on question number page number 13, and some important property just I am going to read here. When two lines intersect, the pairs of opposite angles formed are congruent. I will explain this and then we will stop. So before once again I am going to remind you that don't forget to subscribe the channel. You should subscribe our Ashoka's English Medium Academy channel, and also you want to tell to your all friends to subscribe, comment and share the likes. So here first, when two lines intersect, the pairs of opposite angles, any two lines are there, when these two lines intersecting each other, then A, B, C, D, A and C are vertically opposite angles. So angle A is equal to angle C, angle B is equal to angle D. Pair of vertically opposite angles are always congruent. The angles in a linear pair are supplementary also. If two lines intersecting to each other, then angle A plus B is equal to 180, B plus C is equal to 180, B plus C is equal to 180, and A plus B is equal to also 180. Means angles in linear pairs are always supplementary angles. The next property is here mentioned on page number 14. If you go, that is point number 3. When one pair of corresponding angle is congruent, then all remaining pairs are also. You see, there are two lines are parallel to each other. If this pair of corresponding angle is congruent, then this pair is also congruent. If this side is congruent, then this side and this side. And here, this means remaining pairs of corresponding angles are congruent. Similar way, if one pair of alternate angles is congruent, then other pair of alternate angle is congruent. If one side angles in a linear pair is 100, if one side interior angle, sum of interior angle is 180 degree, then other side also the sum of pair of interior angles, sum of interior angles is 180 degree or supplementary. So question from page number 14, from page number 13, 14, I have explained this. An interior angle theorem, you may try to solve yourself. If not understand, then you may ask me. I will teach it tomorrow. Again, we are going to study about exercise 2.2. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Don't forget to tell to your friends. Be ready for next video. Thanks for watching our video.